Dear students, let us continue the program number 7. The next algorithm which we have to study according to the question number 7 is round robin problem. This is a continuation of program 7. Round robin problem. What happens in the round robin? Suppose process here a process is P1, P2, P3 is there, and they need the same resource for P1 needs for 4 seconds, P2 needs for 3 seconds, and P3 needs for 5 seconds. Now this is called the burst time. In this case, we assume that all the three processes P1, P2, P3 have arrived in the queue at the same time, that means at 0 time. Means in the beginning, from beginning itself, all the three processes are present. Now time slice equal to 2. What is time slice? So this is time slice is that time for which all the three processes uh, uh, will be allocated the resources. So like first P1 will be allocated the resource for 2 seconds. Next 2 seconds P2 will be allocated. Next 3 seconds P3 will be allocated. So let us see here. So for here burst time for P1 is 4 and P1 is allocated for 2 seconds. So P1 0 to 2 seconds. Next 2 seconds P2 will be allocated. So 2 seconds P2 will be allocated. Now here how much is left burst time? 2 seconds it is given already P1. So it is 2 and here P2 is also given 2. So here 1. So 2 1. Next P3 will be given 2 seconds. So P3 will be 3. So 2 1 3. Next again P1 will be given for 2 seconds. Now P1 is 0 means P1 has completed its task. Now since P1 P2 can be given 2 seconds, but since it needs a remaining burst time is only 1 second, so it will be given only 1 second. So here P2 is given only 1 second, so 8 to 9 only 1 second. Next 2 seconds, since remaining burst time for P3 is 3, so 2 seconds only it can be given at 1 time. So 9 to 11 it is given. But since there is no other process remaining who needs the resource, so remaining time will also be given to P3 only. So P3 needs only 1 second more for its completion. So next 1 second, that is 11 to 12, P3 will be allocated. Now in this case we will find out total waiting time. So total turnaround time for P1 is equal to 8 seconds. So P1 where it has completed 8. Then P2 where it is completed at 9 and P3 where it is completed at 12. Then waiting time for P1, waiting time for P1 where all P1 is waiting. Here is waiting from 2 to 6 it is waiting. So 6 minus 2 is 4 seconds. For P2, here it is waiting and here it is waiting, here it is waiting. So 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 seconds P2 is waiting and P3 where it is waiting. P3 is waiting from here, here, here and here. So this is 4 seconds. It is waiting here. Then 4 plus here 6 to 8 2 seconds. 4 plus 2 6 and 1 second here 8 to 9. 6 plus 1 7. 7 seconds. It is waiting here. Now let us see. Hash in let us program it. Let us we have to program both the algorithm. Let us start. Hash include stereo.h. We will create a, I hope it is very small looking, so I can make it little bigger. This is the program. Let me make it 12. Okay, then let us start. We'll start with hash include studio.h. Then we'll define one structure called proc, which will represent the process, because here different processes we need. So struct proc process has the different features. Uh, ID, its arrival time, burst time, remaining time, waiting time, and finishing time, turnaround time, and float ratio. We'll give uh, process 10, 10, 10 process. We will create maximum 10 process we can create with the system. Then we are defining some more one more temporary process, that is temp, which is of struct proc. Now we are defining some another integer number, and array. We are define one definition, one what you call function we are calling here check process integer, and next process, then what round robin integer. We are calling function round robin and SRTF, shortest remaining time first algorithm with integer as parameter. Now these four functions we have defined here. Now let us go with the main function. So in main function we will be defining some variable which we will be using in our program. So here integer n, tq, and choice. So integer first time array, and service time 10 ijk. Now for infinite loop, means this loop will be running till any termination condition exit, or exit or break it encounters. So first we'll write enter the choice, means there are two algorithms we have to discuss in this program. So first we'll enter the choice, then printf. First is round robin, second SRTF, and third is exit. So it's kind of percentage d and percent choice. So we have to choose either 1, 2, or 3 we need. So switch choice. If choice is 1, that is round robin. If that is case 1, then it is a round robin scheduling algorithm. Then enter the number of processes. As here, in the diagram you can see that there are 3 processes, P1, P2, P3. So we have to enter the number of process. Enter the number of process, percentage d and percentage n. So n is the n is the global variable which represents the number of process for the round robin. Then enter the burst time of sequences. Here burst time it is given p1 it is given 4, p2 3, and p3 5. So those things we have to enter. So enter the number of processes n and enter the burst time for sequences. So for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Scanner percentage d and percent burst time 1. So one by one all the three processes burst time it will be given, and we will store the burst time into the service time, because we need to modify this with the uh, burst time. As long as that time slice will be given to the process, burst time will be decreasing. So the initial value of the burst time we have copied to service time. Next, printf enter the time quantum. As here you can see that in the